Okay, so for those of you that haven't seen Ed Gein, the kind of horror documentary series on Netflix, you need to go and watch it, okay? Firstly, it's a great series. Well, I mean, it's quite scary and quite brutal and quite grim, really. But it has three amazing and really good looking guys. So you have this guy on the right hand side, who plays a police officer. You have this guy on the left hand side who actually plays Ed Gein in the play in the film, if that makes sense. So he gets scouted for like the play version of the story that ends up going viral. And then you got this guy who's also a police officer who works with this guy actually. So yeah, they're kind of my like three hot men of the series. So I'm going to quickly just share who they all are, so at least you kind of have an idea. Obviously, you've got Charlie Hannum, top guy here. He actually plays Ed Gein, so he also looks quite great. But these are my three that are my highest rated from this film so far. This film series, sorry. So this is Joey Polari. He is 31 years old. His birthday is 2 days after one of my friends, and here is a bit of his discography. So as you can see here, his occupations are actor, musician, and whatever. He was in American Crime in 2018. I didn't realise he was actually Lyle in Love, Simon. And then he released the debut album in 2020 and followed up with another album on April the 5th, 2024. You had Charlie Hall, who obviously played one of the police guys. Oh, look, nipple. But yeah, he played one of the policemen. And he has a bit of less of a discography. Is it a discography? Biography? I don't know what it's called. But he's basically been an actor in 4 different films here. And he was actually in a music video as well. So a lot of these guys do like acting, music, dance, drama. Like it's kind of a bit of everything. It's kind of whatever they get thrown into. So they're a bit multifaceted. I love that word. And then you got this guy who's called Tyler Moore. So he obviously played the police guy. Look how different he looks in like casual clothing to like in a hat. So that's what he looked like in the film. And he has a very large discography, which started from 2005 being John Reeves in The Ranch, all the way through 2008, 9, 10, 11, 16. Keeps going. Yeah, there's loads more stuff here. Revenge, Don't Look Back, Naughty and Nice, Once Upon a Time, Barry, Grey's Anatomy. He was in Grey's Anatomy as well. I didn't ever see it, but I recognised his face. And then, yeah, loads of stuff up to 2022 as well. I actually thought it would be fun to actually share what the actors looked like and the actresses and the actual person that they were playing. So this was the guy playing Ed Gein, and this was Ed Gein in real life. So he was obviously a bit weird, so we're not going to really get into that right now. This was Susanna's son. So obviously Susanna's son is the name of the actress who played Adeline Watkins. This is Adeline Watkins, who was kind of supposedly in a weird relationship with Ed Gein. So this is Ilse Koch, played by Vicky Creeps, and this is actual Ilse Koch from whatever year that is. She looks a bit scary, to be fair, but basically she looks like, I think she was a German or something. And again, I think Ed Gein was inspired by her to do whatever, but it almost turned out that she didn't do what she was accused of, or maybe she did, well, we don't really know. So yeah, that's just a bit of history that we're never going to really get back. This is Joey Polari on the right-hand side playing Anthony Perkins. Like I said, he was one of the lovers in Love, Simon. He is beautiful as well. Apparently this is the guy he's kind of playing, playing in this film. So kind of looks a bit like him, but this guy's better looking. You have Sheriff Arthur Shilley, who obviously is this guy on the left, and Tyler Jacob Moore is the actor who obviously played him in the film. So again, they look quite similar. He looks quite well put together as well. He's obviously a sheriff, so, going to be either quite scary or quite like masculine or whatever. So yeah, that's one of the sheriffs. And then last but not least, this is Addison Rae. So she's a singer, and she plays Evelyn Hartley, who is the nanny or the babysitter in the film, I think. But yeah, basically there was no photo of Evelyn Hartley, so maybe she was never, there was never a photo of her, or maybe, her body was that disfigured that they didn't recognise who she actually was. But yeah, I didn't realise Addison Rae. I knew I recognised her face, but I wasn't sure who actually she was. But I realised, yeah, so she ended up being scouted for this film as well. So it's a big break for her. She's already had a break in the music industry and the acting industry and whatever, but this is a good break for her, especially because this series is so big. This could blow up her career even more than it kind of already has. So that was the whole Ed Gein situation. So I do hope you enjoyed my little review. Like I said, it's based on a true story of a guy who kind of attracts women in a weird way and ends up, either falling in love with them or bringing him back to his place or him going to their place, kind of ending them and then, doing stuff with their bodies when they're no longer here with us. So it's a bit weird, it's a bit gruesome. There's a lot of twists and turns, but if you haven't seen the series, I definitely would recommend watching it. I'm not one of those people that watches things straight away. I usually just sit on something or go, oh yeah, I'll watch it next year when it's, it's all died down. But I genuinely had so many people telling me to watch it and so many people talking about it. I was like, look, before I get any spoilers ruined, I might as well watch the series. Also, I've got a bit of a lazy eye, so it's almost like I'm playing the character because Ed Gein actually had a lazy eye. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go, but yeah, that Joey guy is beautiful. Anyway, I'm going to end on that. Bye.